Hello, Adam. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing well. The Wise Attic, love the company name, love what you guys do with attic efficiency. Thanks for joining me today on the program. A question's come in, and I really like this question because this is an issue that many people can have here in the greater Houston area. And that is, how does a well ventilated attic prevent moisture and mold growth? We don't want
Hey,
mold growth. Mold can only happen with moisture and other conditions. Tell me about it.
yeah, it's a great question. And there's the amount of mold because of our humid climate. People just don't. You can smell it. Open those attic. You go, "Ooh," you know, people become nose blind in their own house.
Yeah.
They don't realize it. But as soon as you walk in, I can tell usually you've got some mold. I know what I'm going to see in the attic. So it's a big issue, really big. And it's not just a stink issue. It's actually ruining things in your attic, deteriorating wood, your insulation. There's a lot going on up there, creating problems. So you got to deal with it. It's not something you should ignore. The best way to deal with it is before it's ever an issue. How does it work? So a solar fan, for example, ventilation period, just getting air moving to your attic, bringing in the outside air, and it's flushing the attic, if you will. So that's your first level. We got ridge vents, we got box vents, and things like that. You want as many cycles that you can possibly per hour exchanges. Ridge vents, about 2 exchanges per hour. People don't realize this, but everyone's got a ridge vent. If your attic is not 8 feet from the floor to that ridge vent, it's actually not working mathematically, scientifically. It's totally dependent upon just thermal airflow. You want that 8 feet because it's like a chimney in the house. Chimney works when it's tall enough that the air creates a draft, pulls the smoke up the chimney and out. If you don't have it tall enough, there's no draft. The smoke comes in the house.
Mm.
So that's the same. Ridge vent needs that, and a lot of us don't realize that. I've gone in attics without the whole venting, and I gotta bend over to walk around. Not working. So you're not even getting maybe one exchange per hour because it's just letting whatever air can get its way worked up. Second thing, most common is box vents. Like 2 exchanges per hour, sometimes three. It just really depends on the design of the attic, how they're laid out. It's got to be calculated. Then you go to whirlybirds, really common, and they work. They do work. Problem with the whirlybird is they get old and they get squeaky, and and then they drive you crazy. So if you notice in Houston, you may not have noticed. This year may not have noticed, but you will not have seen it in the wintertime on single-story homes. You're not going to see it so much on two-story because nobody wants to get up there. People put bags over those whirlybirds
Mm.
to stop the air from drawing out because you want to trap it in there you want to leave that air in your attic so it keeps the air in your house. But it's efficient. It's definitely moving something if you have enough. Always if you have enough. Did he get into electric fans? Great, but they burn out in about 12 years. So people don't even realize that until the HVAC guy said, "Hey, by the way, your fans burned out." Solar fans come in. That's what we deal with. 30-watt solar fan, for example, exchanges the air 6 times per hour. What does that mean? It's pulling the air that's outside your house into your attic 6 times an hour. The goal with those is if you do it right and get all the mathematics right, you can have your ambient temperature within 10 to 15 degrees, the outside temperature, the attic temperature within 10 degrees of ambient temperature. So 90 degrees, and if you're keeping that attic, within its range and you're at 105, that's 115 degrees different versus 150, 160 without good ventilation. And that's when the moisture is being trapped as well. The other advantage to solar fans, it has a humidistat, not just a thermostat. So it knows when it's getting humid, it's going to turn on. So even in January, if it's needed, it's going to pull out that humid air. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. I have a friend who just the other day, we were talking, and he's not so convinced yet that solar fans is the way to go. And I've been trying to tell him for a while. So he's like, I got 4 turbines up in mine. He's got a single story home. It's like 2,500 square feet. He's a roofer. So he's put 5 turbines up there. He's just proud of that. But yeah, as a matter of fact, when I pull down my stairway at my ladder to get in, then it's just sucking air out of the garage. You can feel stuff. I mean, it won't even let a cigarette stay lit up there. I'm like, dude, that's actually not, that's a sign of problems. You know what I mean? That means it's starving for air. If it's sucking that much air, from your, you open the door, I guarantee you don't have enough air inlet in your house
Yep.
to, they're starving. And he's like, what do you mean? And I got him to listen. We're actually going to test it out. He's going to put a fan on and we're going to give the see this. But so while it's good at moving air, he's got all of them up there. It's starving. So that brings up the next thing. You could put many fans you want, turbines up there, all this stuff. If you're choking it off without the proper inlet, then you're still not moving air. So it's combination, you get enough inlet and enough outlet, and the hot air is going to be moving and your moisture is going to be moving. So yeah, big difference, big help.
Yeah. It's so important. We don't want the moisture. Uh, it just causes so much trouble. When you have a mold issue in your home, it's an issue.
Yeah,
Generally, insurance doesn't cover it. You have to move out. They had the guys, come in with the hazmat suits and hopefully they can, remedy the situation. Sometimes they can't, and it's really problematic. And it could be just a little off, ju
no,
just a
yep,
little to cause problems. And because we live in a moist, hot area, we already are on the other side. The cards are stacked against us day 1.
stacked against it.
Day
Absolutely.
1. And a lot of people don't understand much about their attic space. That's why I love having you on the program.
Yeah, and here's the thing: it will not go away on its own. It's never going to. If you have moisture, it's never going to correct itself. You have to be add. You have to be the one who says enough is enough. I'm going to get up there and do something about it. And that's usually call an expert in, find out what can be done.
Yeah. Call Adam and his team, the Wise Attic. All of his information is located in the description of this podcast. He would love to help you. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.